Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And this time I'll be playing Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, Blind. Now, I've very recently played and finished Dishonored 1 and Dishonored 2 for the first time. I enjoyed them well enough. I think they were good games, especially Dishonored 2 has improved in some quite significant ways over Dishonored 1 and contained a level that I consider to be perhaps one of the most creative levels in any game that I played. So that was definitely impressive. But overall, I wouldn't say the games were like masterpieces. I had fun. I enjoyed them well enough. I'm playing this without any kind of high expectations. Apparently I play as Billie Lurk in this one. So, at least I assume so, judging from the fact she's in the front. Let's start. I will be playing on very hard, even though if Dishonored 2 has showed us anything, it showed us that I suck far too hard to actually, be suitable for very hard. I should probably play on hard, but I played Dishonored 2 on very hard, and my pride does not let me to backslide on the difficulty, so I'll go with very hard and pray for the best. One last fight. You're on the lookout for your old mentor, Daud, whom you have not seen in 15 years. Rumors speak of a clandestine boxing club that uses black magic and bone charms at the Albarca Baths. Could he be there?
My name is Billie Lurk, though there aren't many people who remember. For years, I stayed hidden, captain of a ship called the Dreadful Whale. I was a smuggler, fence, and maybe traitor, depending on who you ask. Our names are always overshadowed by the words whispered after them. If you hide from the world long enough, eventually nobody remembers you. Then you're alone, living with your choices. But I could never forget the man who pulled me up from nothing. Daud, the Knife of Dunwall. A name called out by the desperate or the dying. The assassin who ended one empress and saved another. Shame burns inside you for a long time. When I betrayed Daud, he let me live. I left Dunwall and my own name behind. For years, I wondered if I was worth forgiving. For years, I laughed at myself for even wanting a killer's forgiveness. Sometimes mercy cuts deeper than any knife. Now I know that forgiving is something you do for yourself as much as for the people who hurt you. I know Daud is in Karnaca, and I'm going to find him. Every night for weeks, the same terrifying dream. A street fight, my arm dead and lying in the gutter, my eye gouged out by a Grand Guard sword. But when I wake up, they still hurt for hours. Gives me the creeps. This always brought me a little comfort. You stole this for me, didn't you, Deirdre? Now it's all I have left of you. Another relic from the old days. Still holds an edge, at least. That boxing club in the Albarca Baths is my last lead. Daud has to be there.
Okay, it's kind of weird, borderline annoying that she has a heart, which I assume is going to be used to detect bone charms and the like, which is an exact sort of replica of the contracts. Anytime you can review your list of contracts from your journal, you can activate the markers on targets, and some additional hints are provided in the description. If you succeed at a contract, you will be rewarded a good amount of coin and sometimes a bone charm. Yeah, but it is an exact replica of a plot device used in the previous Dishonored games, which is implausible to me. Like, I imagined the heart that Corvo and Emily used, the one that had Jessamine's soul in it and later Delilah's, that it was like a unique artifact, and now there is a second person who has a magic heart. Like, that's kind of weird to me. Burn the White Hound. Oh, those are the contracts, I guess. You will receive the money slipped at the end of the mission. An eyeless hag stole my poor Milky. He's been white as a whalebone but riddled with disease. It breaks my old heart to ask this of you, but if you find my Milky, please put him out of his misery and burn his remains. Save him from those cursed eyeless, and save Karnaca from another plague. Okay, I will do this because it seems like a mercy kill. So I will do that. And industrial espionage. Those thugs at the Albarca make potions and bone charms upstairs. Their liquor is vile, but it sells for good coin, and we're losing punters to them by the day. Bring us the rat liquor recipe before our brewery goes out of business, and make sure to destroy their stock while we are at it. No, I would rather...
Burglary, spying, picking pockets. Daud taught me more than just killing. It can keep me afloat. For now.
I would rather not get involved. Sokolov established his studio in Tivia. Renowned natural philosopher and painter Anton Sokolov returned to Tivia this week. After years of retirement in Karnaca, Sokolov, whose inventions and technological marvels are famed throughout the Isles, was greeted with fanfare and panoply due to a national hero. A parade in his honor culminated in a festival on Mastrov Square in Dabkova, where Sokolov gave a brief speech announcing the establishment of his studio. When asked about his plans, the investor responded, "I've already done enough for several lifetimes." The investor was overwhelmed by infernal noise of the parade and left the celebration early. He gave no indication whether or not his studio will accept apprentices.
Good to see the old man made it up north. I was lucky to know him. I wonder what poor soul is dealing with him now.
Empress Emily moves to heal the fractured empire. Renovation projects in the Tower District are finally underway, as the last funeral rites were performed for the High Overseer Yul Kulan and the Brothers of the Faith, who died in the attempt to retake Dunwall Tower from the now-deposed usurper, Delilah Copperspoon. The Abbey of the Everyman has spent the last several months consecrating and interring the remains of the fallen, while also removing dangerous and heretical objects from the Imperial Palace. With the representatives from the Isles beside her, Empress Emily Caldwin issued a statement yesterday morning, urging unity in the wake of a great tragedy. The Empire's strength lies in its diversity of thought and action. Working together, there is nothing we can't accomplish. We are pleased to reassert our partnership with the sovereign nations of Morley, Serkonos and Tivia for our mutual peace and prosperity. Following these proceedings, several imperial proclamations have been issued, with the aim to restore the trading network and the communication across the Isles. Several large-scale public works have been announced, with the architectural firms in Serkonos and Morley already competing for the commissions. Now, what I don't understand about this is, why does she claim they are sovereign nations? They clearly aren't. The whole point of the Empire is it's like a federation. It's basically like the United Kingdom, right? It has different countries, but they all fall under the purview of the same empire and therefore also the same government. I don't think it was ever established before that they are actually sovereign nations, because if they are, then there is no empire. It can be, well, there can be an empire, but it would be an empire of Gristol, which is the island in which Dunwall is, but it's called the Empire of the Isles. So, and there have been mentions of, for example, the Morley insurrection, how the empire which started on Gristol with Dunwall as a capital, it conquered those remaining isles, and there has been the Morley insurrection when they tried to stop that, but they ultimately failed. It was strongly implied in the previous game. So I see them as having some limited form of autonomy, but I wouldn't say they are sovereign. If they are, then that defeats the whole point of having the Empire of the Isles.
So, Her Imperial Highness is back on the throne. If she knew what I was doing now, she'd probably try me for treason.
That's Daedra. That's my lover from my youth.
Is this what you would have looked like, my sweet Deirdre? I would have died soon after you, if it hadn't been for Daud.
Okay, travel log. I wouldn't have blamed Emily for killing me here and there. Bring down an empress and everything gets thrown into chaos. A lot of people get hurt. Well, it was worse than that, was it? I helped kill her mother. There's 2 times I was spared, but at least I got to put it right. Is it how Daud feels? My dreams are getting worse too, stronger. Sometimes I stare at my right arm like it shouldn't be there, and my head hurts, like I'm blinded by blood. I start to write it all down just to keep a hand on it. 2 weeks until I'm back in Karnaca, the longest 2 weeks of my life. If I even make it there, the engine is rattling bad. My old self again. It felt good to say that name, even better to hear it, and now it's on every corner of Karnaca. Wanted, Billie Lurk. I've been sending out messages to my contacts in the city, following up on sightings and rumors, but nothing yet. I even listened to the rats. Sometimes they know things others don't, and their voices remind me so much of Daedra. I found the old man's wanted poster in a trunk. Now I'm looking for Daud, like all of Dunwall was for years. I hope I have more luck than they did. A long shot. One last lead. An underground boxing club of all places. Daud could be fighting there. Maybe another dead end, but I have to be sure. I tried to pump out the engine room, but no use. My ship is dead in the water. Megan Foster would have been furious, but I'm not. I've got other things to take care about now. Okay, let's continue. So I guess it's canonical that I did manage to change the past in Dishonored 2 and therefore save Billie Lurk's arm and her eye. But it's also implied, like, the previous timeline is trying to like reassert itself because she feels pain in that arm, as if she should lose it, and she's having dreams about losing it, even though it hasn't happened in this iteration of the timeline. Albarca Baths.
I've been searching for months. I know you're here, Daud. Somewhere. Everyone in Dunwall was afraid of him then, but not me. That club is run by a gang that call themselves the Eyeless. They claim to fight using black magic. If that's true, then Daud might be involved.
Merciless black magic brutes and other champions come early to train before the brawl. Cold strong spirits served ringside. Register all occult artifacts with management before fighting. Eyeless remain eyesore for our city. 2 raids by the Grand Guard occurred last night, resulting in a few arrests, and investigations continue into the activities of the gang known as the Eyeless. Both raids were conducted on derelict warehouses in the Campo Seta dockyards. Several shipments of whalebone were found on both scenes, along with many carved talismans familiar on sailing ships. These trinkets, marked with strange insignias, were collected along with various unidentified powders, noxious plants, and vials of unknown liquid. Though these items add credence to the rumors of black magic practiced by the Eyeless, the Grand Guard has not called for the Overseer's support. Roving Vice Overseer Cardoza of the Abbey of the Everyman, when reached for the comment, stressed the spiritual dangers of the carved bone charms, and if found, to bring them directly to your nearest Overseer outpost for inspection and disposal. He gave no further remarks on the Grand Guard's ongoing investigation. Notes about Albarca Baths. Went to see Old Madge again, traded some old whalebone and a bit of hair, not mine, for information. She's making charms for the Eyeless now. Good clients, pay regular. Left before Madge tried to pick my pocket. Some witches from the Royal Conservatory joined the Eyeless, powerless now. None from the Brigamore days who would remember me at least. No reason to think they would look twice if I go in just like anyone else. Are these people just messing around, or is there something I'm not seeing? Think I lost my pocket knife. Madge? Curse that old woman. Can't know if Daud is at Albarca Baths until I go and check out for myself. Last lead I got.
Daud's had the mark of the outsider in his hand for as long as I've known him. I've gone through every gang-infested slum asking after this, and no one would tell me a thing.
A reply from Isabel. Megan, you must be pretty desperate if you're writing to me about this. Yeah, I saw him. He set up a meeting to buy some of those funny explosives that fell from back of a carriage a few months ago. I waited for him, but he never showed up. Sorry I can't be of more help. I haven't seen or heard from him since. Put me in a real bind. And hey, you were kind not to mention it, but I didn't forget I still owe you that case of fig wine after what happened last time. Give me 2 more months. I'll swear I get it to you.
Karnaca is full of secrets. If I have any clues about where Daud is, it's because he let me find them.
A reply from Kitterick. Dearest Megan, what an intriguing message. Who's this then? An old lover? Forgive me, but he doesn't really seem your type. But if you must, I heard a rumor a few months ago about some gentleman that a man looking like that has been spied with those bizarre eyelids. I filed that piece of gossip away just in case it was important. Lucky you. When are you coming back here? Make it soon, we miss you. We have some tobacco you like. We have some of the tobacco you like stored away just in case you visit. Loving you always, Evie Kitterick. A reply from T, Billy or Megan, or whatever you go by these days. I don't know anymore. It was easy to pretend we don't know each other when you were Megan. We agreed to respect both our new lives and not to dredge up bad memories. So what are you doing? Yeah, I saw him 2 years ago here in Karnaca. He even asked after you, and I said I haven't seen you since the night in the flooded district. I'm sure you know why I lied. He never stopped killing, you know. He's got the same old grudges. I just hope you're not one of them.
The engine is shot and half the ship's in an inch or more of seawater. These are the dreadful whale's last days.
Abandoned letter to the Empress. Your Imperial Highness, thank you for the gift. While your generosity is... To Empress Emily Coldwin, I don't want your coin. Lady Emily, I can't take your coin after what I did. I'm trying to find a way to make peace. Dear Emily, I wish to do mend vest, seal hatch, bullets and whiskey. Okay, so apparently Emily has sent me some money, but I didn't accept it because I still feel guilty about killing her mother, which is understandable and reflects pretty well on Billy. Like, it would be a very scummy thing to do, I think, to accept money from someone whose parent you killed.
This station hasn't been used for years. Hiding the dreadful whale wasn't easy, but it's safe so far.
Okay, it seems there's nothing else on the ship. Which I'm not gonna lie, is a little bit disappointing. I was hoping for something. Karnaka needs workers. Yeah, that was already there in the previous game. So I imagine I'm not using the skiff at this point, right? I don't think... Oh, damn it. Okay, I'm going to reload because I basically shot a projectile of some kind. Electrical burst that stuns targets. Okay, I'll put it on 3. Okay, I don't think the skiff is even here anymore, so...
This station hasn't been used for years. Hiding the dreadful whale wasn't easy, but it's safe so far.
Press F to hear the thoughts of rats. These little creatures whisper to one another, exchanging information about what is going on in the streets and basements from their point of view. Their mutterings are often cryptic, but sometimes they can give useful clues.
What can you tell me today, my little gutter friends?
The friend listens. The friend hears us. One of us. One of us. But ugly and big. Still friend. She fed us in lean times. Tossed us grains and crumbs. Loud voices came. Metal flashed. More blood and floods on the floor. Our first feast. We'll lap her up. Deep in the water, our fish bite as we swim. Careful, careful. Watch for fins. Watch for black biting mouths. Flee small places when the water comes. Flee long places. Drip, drip, drip fills up street. Makes us climb up to new danger. Salt drips down rise, chew the metal. Burns us, fire from inside. Scent of heat and death. Dangerous food. Follow scent. Clean ropes. Up, up. Hide inside dark boat belly. Wood rocks, water flows. Salt taste on fur. New homes press. Scurry, in a hurry. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Smell that? Scurry, in a hurry. Smell that? Garbage, garbage, garbage. Smell that?
Okay, so that starts to repeat. curious about this. Like, this kind of vaguely looks like a place where maybe... Although that's not a wooden beam. Yeah, that's not a wooden beam, and that's a brick wall, so I don't think there's anyone there. I mean, anything there. Although this pipe is kind of suspicious to me. Okay, I'll just go. You're on the lookout for your old mentor Daud. It's the same as in the previous loading screen.
All right. The old Albarca Baths shouldn't be far. It's not quite the old life, but it feels good. I wonder if Daud has seen these.
Wanted for burglary, smuggling, injurious assault, and other high crimes, Billie Lurk assists the Grand Guard in apprehending the recidivist criminal Billie Lurk. Generous rewards and positions promised for information leading to her swift arrest or death. Report all suspicious characters to the nearest Grand Guard outpost. Champion Challenge. Test your mettle in a challenge brawl. Match wits and fists with the merciless Black Magic Brute and other champions of the pit. Prize one bone charm of powerful effect. All artifacts and bone charms must be disclosed before fighting. No forfeit until first blood. Last brawler standing upright wins. Come early inside the brawl. Cold ale and strong spirits served ringside. Trust Michaels with your treasures. Trustworthy, secure private vaults for elite patrons. Michael's Bank is Karnaka's premier valuables depository. Our banks feature the latest safeguards, wired alarms, electrified floors, and alert sentinels. Elite patrons may reserve security boxes within our private vault by arrangement with the director. Reservations are limited. Shan Yun. Private concerts sold out. Release thy golden locks, Gloriana. And amongst the Oxcrush Blooms are among others are available for purchase as an audiograph punch card at select music emporiums. Enjoy the most celebrated arrival of Boreal Songbird in the comfort of your own home. The eyeless are watching. Entry forbidden. Taxes. See you in the void, suckers. Fidelia's journal. I tried the old incantations over the teeth and strings like before, but it didn't work. It always used to work. Is the magic really gone? I heard about a gang from one of my sisters. She said they do things like we had together. I don't know where else to go. The eyeless might be content with scratched up bones and rat liquor, but I'm not. I've tasted the dark waters of the void with my sisters. I know what it feels like to turn the things you hate to ash, and to bring forth flowers to bloom from the cinders. These people don't know real magic. I think I found a way. If I can snatch one of their stray hounds off the street and steal some carved whalebone, I should be able to get back a glimmer of my power. I know what words to speak over it, I just hope the outsider listens. I used to raise dead hounds from the earth, to stalk the shadows and tear my enemies to pieces, and now I watched the life run out of this wretched creature, its heart shuddering and stopped, and I felt nothing, just pity. It's gone. Okay, so this is a journal of one of the witches. Ivan Jacobi, Administrator, Division of Bridges, Roads and Cemeteries. Tonight, speaking for the silent, regraving disrespects the deceased and shames the living. We know not the needs of the dead. Learn about Administrator Jacobi's campaign to repeal the Reappropriation of Abandoned Burials and Gravesites Act at a public gathering in Colibron Plaza, Upper Syria District, Karnaka. Press C to toggle stealth. Yeah, imagine. I know that already. Not that it helps me that much. As I said, I'm actually quite bad at this game. Attention! Faculty management at Addermeyer Institute have invited a voluntary recall on the Addermeyer solution due to potential adverse side effects. Citizens are urged not to consume the recalled product. If you have used Addermeyer solution in large quantities and have experienced headaches, nausea, rapid changes in mood, or persistent memory loss, you are encouraged to contact the Addermeyer Institute to arrange an appointment with Dr. Hypatia, free of charge. So did she discover that it causes split personality in all people? Bandera Beecham, Sawmill Company. So Conan Guard. Restricted access. Quick access wheel. Yeah, I know about that. So they are talking about mousetraps then.
Right down to the bone, gnaw and gnash. Eat it all up, yes, eat it all up. He brought us food, delicious food, soft, good flesh. Blood like trust, blood like betrayal. She never knew. You see me so long, dark. Weeks drink dark blood of your screaming kin. Hunts us. His knife is fast. Witches chase us. Clever fingers grasp, cold clasp. Bind books with their skins. Now that swollen stomachs patches spill out. Delicious blood, delicious insides. Eat liver first, best fresh. Little one in the mud wails for the one who left it. It smells of fat milk, smells of longing and fear. Not right, but soon.
What? Do they imply they only eat adult people?
Bodies hidden, and marked on stone, rotting alone. Bodies unearthed, flesh and clean sunshine, left for us. Sweet taste of decay. Long teeth, long claws, sniff us out and swallow us alive. They stick us with long hands and burn our flesh. Teeth crunching bones eat us whole. Our once spoke all days. Sick, madness in our lungs, death in our minds. Armies of us in the streets and sewers all feared us. Bite, 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 bite. We smell them from here. Sour fear. They carry scratched bones, carved wood, blood, soft feather. No use. Death still finds them. Breathing in vain. Scent of blood, blood from us. Dripping jaws close, closer, scared, scatter. Blood tasted sharp, tasted bitter. Scent empty bottle rolling the street. Numbness and blindness. Poisoned food. Threw fire at us to keep us away, but burning herself. All alight. Tough flesh, tough burning flesh. Licking blood from dead men's fingers. Taste of terror, of cheers, of treason. She cut it off for us to hide in our bellies. Tried to hit us, tried to burn us out. Swarm up, crawl with legs, bite at soft flesh, bite at eye and hand and heart. Shiny bottles, rows and rows, glass graves for us. Drowned eyes stare down, sire, sister, child. Lost ones, loved ones, linger with us. Still the myth thirsts. Fully small places when no one.
Okay, this repeats from the previous time. Overall, I question. I question how much rats know about life in general. Like, how do they even have a concept of a witch? How do they know what a witch is? That they can describe that? And in that they bind books with rat skins. Why does a rat even know what a book is? That's weird. Like, am I to assume they're extra intelligent? Attack with your sword, use your left hand gadget or power. Oh, hold F to hide your weapons. I have never really...
That place reeks of black magic. You see the people who went in there? Go after them and they'll curse your cod with pus blisters, if you're lucky.
Ah, you and your superstitions. Don't believe all that hocus-pocus crap. A gang's a gang. You should worry more about a knife in the back than some curse.
If you say so. But let's still wait for the reinforcements.
keep my mind on my duties. Forget about that kiss. Oh, that kiss. Oh.
Okay. Gonna go for a whiskey or something. Maybe one of them 2-penny drinks.
Somehow he spotted me, but it doesn't matter. Like, you know, I've always sucked at the stealth. I've been spotted, you know, hundreds of times in the previous game, so I don't really care about the statistics. Mission orders from Captain Leano. Lieutenant, I've received reports of illegal activity in the old Albarca baths, and I suspect the Eyeless gang is involved. This could be our chance to finally strike a blow against those degenerate rat-eaters. I want you to scout out the area with your squad and gather as much information as you can before then, but don't take any risks. The Dockyard District will send us reinforcements for a raid momentarily. The amazing new taste sensation, 51 years of quality. Rosewater jelly. Is there a way to get on the roof? There is, although there's not much here. There's a bone charm nearby. Look around closely. So I guess I don't have the heart to detect those. I have to do it by the vibrations, I guess? So there's like a... characters in neutral areas won't attack you as long as you're not aggressive towards them. I will still steal their livelihoods, which is a pretty crappy move. Pay what you owe.
Could be a gimmick. But if they really do use magic, then I need to check it out.
Champion challenge. I've read all of the rules. So the top guy is the Black Magic Brute. Yeah, I know what bone charms do. Exploding bottles inflict damage over a wider area. I might take it for now, but generally I'm not that interested in it. We'll be rich, except for my journal. We've been here for just a month and I'm making coin hand over fist. It's a dream come true. Sure, it costs to keep the suppressor running, but it's paid over for itself 10 times over. Everyone wants to try and fight the brute. All the new folks coming in because they've heard we can do a bit of magic, thinking that they will be the one to break the brute's record. They pay for it in coin and teeth. Better them than me. I could kiss the one who led us here, and to that magnificent bastard. Okay, there's a safe. There's Arkane Legends, the Moth King. Could it be his number of wins? And let's try that. 730. No. Alternatively, a voltaic gun. The voltaic gun uses electromagnet acceleration to fire both lethal and non-lethal ammo. Projectiles create noise on impact, but the blast of the voltaic gun itself is muffled. Okay, so that's like a non-lethal way of taking them down, which is pretty cool. Oh wait, but standard ammunition. Okay, so I already had it. It's this literally. I just picked up more ammo for it. Let's try 451. Of course it would be this. It's always this. Blood Amber Snuff Box. The first code is always this. So that's a very famous number in games. And it appears in a lot of them. I broke my back in the silver mines. Detection isn't the end. Even after you're spotted by enemies, various options are available. Kill the enemies in combat, defeat them non-lethally, escape and stay out of sight until the enemies give up. Use powers, gadgets and trickery to overcome the situation.
Playing dice tonight.
Sure.
You in?
Wouldn't miss that.
Ruins the neighborhood, that's what it does. A body don't feel safe anymore.
Not this time.
At least I have a job, which is more than he can say. Something fishy happening in there. Strange people coming and going at all hours.
They don't do squat. Want your vitals stirred? Get some Scarlet Nightshade ointment. No, of course. Rub it on your chest before the match. You'll see.
Scarlet Nightshade? I tried Black Nightshade elixir once. Supposed to put strength in your swing. Rubbed it on and lost all feeling from the neck down for a fortnight. Numb as a dead cod. Couldn't walk, couldn't stand, couldn't piss without Gretchen's help. Nah. I'll stick to Duffy's bone jobs.
Well, do what your gut says. But trust me, when you're getting carved up like a screaming piglet in the ring, you'll wish you'd tried my ointment.
Hey!
Yes, something interesting on his belt. I don't think that's a pouch.
Maybe I should have it looked at. I don't think it's supposed to fester like that. A little pus is all right, but this...
Oh, it was whalebone.
I used to train on red sharks after hanging them to dry, over at the Santiago fisheries. I'm a professional now.
Go away. I need to prepare for my fight.
Okay, I want to explore the rest of this. This is where I came from, right? Yes.
Coin, there's not a coin to be had anywhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna find some way to get some money. How am I supposed to make a living around here?
I've heard a few things about the Eyeless. Some of it strange. None of it good.
Okay, before I go in here, let me look around in the neutral territory.
Hark, there she blows. Hark, under she goes. Look sharp, pull up alongside. Sharp, we're in for a ride.
Bet my last coin it's gonna be brined hagfish again.
Okay, the hounds are not hostile to me for now. Maybe they didn't hear me yet. Whispers from the Void, number 3. The Abbey of the Everyman condemns any contained study into the Void and its existence, but consider, if you will, the whales hauled daily into Dunwall's great slaughterhouses. Are they more or less frightening? Are they more or less frightening when dangled from a butcher's hook? It's a thing rendered more mysterious, more dangerous, and more powerful when it has been dissected, studied and categorized. No, I say. Natural philosophy may yet banish all uncertainties from the world, and bring forth all that is feared beneath our knowing gaze. It is true I am not a religious man, but one must respect the Abbey of the Everyman for its continued moral guidance of our great empire. Surely even the High Overseer himself would agree that a thorough investigation of the Void would yield knowledge which could be used towards better protection against its maladies. We would be able to subject the Void to scrutiny rather than be subjected to its insidious influences. Everything that is known can be brought into the natural order of the world. If the Abbey would allow it, I am sure we might one day traverse the Void safely. We might yet be free of the outsider's whispers, if such a creature exists. Okay, so this is the same path as this one. Oh, and this just goes back. So that was more or less pointless.
Dark way, hidden high in the walls. Up, up, was soft with rot. Secret rooms high up. Hounds hunger there. They feast on men. Little mud, whales fill in. It smells of fat milk, smells of lung and fear. Not right, but soon.
Okay, so there are rooms on the roof, I guess.
I'm not drunk enough to have a conversation.
Are you intending on moving? Because I would like to go here. Unless I can just take her down. Without anyone seeing that. Leaving the eyeless for Winnedown. Eleanor, I'm shoving off as soon as I get enough coin for a ship to Winnedown. My heart soured on this place after the brute killed poor Maudie last month. I'll never forget how the crowd laughed when he gutted her. Pricks. It's time to move on. Lanya says she can give me honest work with the Winnedown Guard. I'd rather look a fool in that uniform than stay here and see the black arts mocked. Jeanette says our order came from a higher power. The eyeless were privy to big secrets, she said. What a laugh. Nary one of these fools can craft a proper bone charm or a rotting ointment. All they do is guzzle rat liquor and puke and brawl like babies. I won't miss any of them. You're my only friend here now that Maud's gone, so I wanted to say farewell. Come see me in Winnedown if you can. Morena. Can I climb this somehow? I don't think so. No, door is blocked. Okay, so that was literally pointless. I didn't have to do that.
From the old coven will control these buffoons.
I should get a longer break. On account of my bad feet, you know?
Outsider's eyes. Daud. They're making him fight. I have to get him out of there.
You don't look so tough.
Fresh air really helps.
Look at you! Trapped like a hound in the pits. Hoping your masters will throw you a bone charm.
Okay.
You're fighting the black magic brute? Why don't you roll in sardine paste and swim through hagfish waters instead? It's a less painful death.
Well, you think I can't take him? I can hold my own in the ring. I knifed bigger blighters than him when I was a bottle street runner. And for less coin than I'll make when I win this match.
You won't win. The brute cheats the eye with his speed. His moves are a blur. It's unnatural. Trust me, you won't land a blow.
Well, nobody's that fast.
Nice knowing you, my friend.
Go back to the old Bergenberg place.
Okay, no passage through here, even though it looked kind of promising. But anyway, this first episode has been long enough, so I'll explore this area next time. For now, that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!